The reason why I was bringing up the no callbacks is because anybody that's trying to get into acting, first we used to go in person with the casting director. They would call you back. You would then go in with the producers. Then if the producers like you, then they would call you to meet with the network. That's called a testing. That's the final audition. Then you would go in front of the studios and the network executives. And then they would say, okay, you got the role. So to hear both of y'all say, yo, we put ourselves on tape and they casted us from the first tape, that's like, I think that's new information for a lot of people that may not know, like, oh damn, like I could get cast off of my tape, which is phenomenal information though, because I know a lot of black actors, male black actors, not black female actors. I know a lot of male black actors who are struggling getting auditions.
Yeah, I mean, it's few and far in between. I mean, that's just the reality of it. It's tough out there. Everybody, because everybody's available as well. If you're not competing against,
because they ain't making our. That's why everybody available.
Yeah, I'm not competing.
Well, yeah, once DEI ended, it should be a sign. You should follow business because it's a business. And this for somebody who's not the best at it, but I know when money dry. I know when the streets are dry.
Welcome to another episode of Killing It. We're your host, Justin Hyers.
London Brown. BT Kingsley.
Man, we got a phenomenal episode today. That'd be my favorite word to say.
It's fitting though.
It's the only big word I know.
Like
man, we got two. Man, one of them, first of all, one of them is one of the best comedians in the game. Need to be known even bigger because anytime I watch him, I'm blown away by his material. I told him the other day, I was like, he could do what I do, but better. I'm gonna list off your credits. Hold on. So to the left of me, okay, you seen him on The Chi, the movie Honey Boy, Swarm, the TV series, Lady in the Lake, and most recently, Wonder Man. Give it up for Byron Bowers.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And I left off his Hulu special. He got a Hulu stand-up special.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And then, man, you know,
we gonna get it to it.
That's the only one I did.
It's so long.
You a spiritual man, we got you.
You was doing Hulu specials before people cared about them.
I was a test monkey for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say test monkey.
Wow.
It's another word. What they call it?
Huh?
What's a
Test
word?
Guinea pig.
You would test
Guinea pig.
Okay,
Guinea pig. Oh, guinea pig.
You had it right first time, you
Patient
monkey.
zero.
No joke. And then we got an actor extraordinaire. You seen him in the movie Straight Outta Compton, the TV series Insecure, SEAL Team on CBS, and the upcoming Varnell Hill show, which we'll get into.
Everybody was auditioning. We was all available. Everybody ain't able.
Everybody ain't able. Man. Sorry,
Hilarious.
I gotta kick it off. First of all, Neil is on the show because we posted a clip. We was interviewing Jess Niche. You know Niche, right?
Yeah.
And she was talking about the Varnell Hill show, and I was like, who got the part of Thad? And she was like, Neil. I was like, Neil who? You know? And then she was like, Neil from Insecure. And she was stumbling to figure out your last name, to remember your last name. And I said, see, that's the problem. See, we're hiring people that we don't know. And then I looked up Neil, and I was like, oh, I know who Neil is, man.
He's working his ass off.
Man, working his ass.
You mean the Varnell Hill show that's coming out soon?
Yeah. Did you audition for it too?
You know, it's just
Your
you.
audition
I mean,
was
sure. So,
Thad.
no, it's not a problem.
Did you two audition for that?
We're black brothers working. We support that.
We support that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I that was, man, these tapes, I don't get cast from tapes, man.
Me either.
I don't ever get cast from tapes. That was surprising. Actually, I pissed my wife off, is what happened was, and she wouldn't read with me. So I was upset. I was like, fine, I'll just come up with it myself. And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll just do it. Fine. And I came up with a character like a half an hour. And then I tapped on the thing. I said, baby, can you please just put me on tape real quick?
Could you, if you don't mind?
Fine. And I was like, okay, cool. Boom. And we just shot it. And she was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. I was like, thank you. And I got a job.
Nice,
Did
man.
you have to do a callback for it?
No. Martin saw it, and he he watched SEAL Team. And if you watch SEAL Team and then watch this tape, you'll know that the talent swing is like, you know, the range is there. And I love comedy. I just never get a chance to really do it. First comedy I really did was Naked with Marlon Wayans. And they ask sometimes, even on Straight Outta Compton, they asked F. Gary, it was like, yeah, but can he be funny? because all I had did was play the heavy, do action and stuff like that. But my bread and butter, I'm like at the meat of me, you know, I'm a fool.
Right.
You know, I'm a corner boy.
Nice.
So he saw it, and then he said, I don't want to see nothing else. He's like, that's the guy you hired.
Wow.
Nice,
man. That's a
man.
blessing, bro.
Nice, bro.
I be telling people, like, nobody is watching your tapes. So this is what I mean by this. What he did was amazing. That God had his hand on you.
Oh,
I mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
But when we submitting these tapes, we don't even know if they're getting to your tape.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so you spending however much time doing these tapes, you send it off to casting, and you like, man, when they see this, it's like if they see this.
Yeah.
Because they're getting 200, 300, 400 auditions.
They're doing a lot. It's very difficult to break through the noise.
Yeah.
And auditioning, going to auditions is a skill in itself. It builds character. You got to be careful that you don't let your talent get you somewhere that your character can't keep you. And one ways that you build character is by going to, when you got to get across town to the west side at 3 o'clock and everybody's there, they wore the same shirt, you know what I'm saying? You thought you was the one dude with the black shirt and the gold chain and you was going to kill him.
Right.
You walk
Nobody
in,
saw
everybody
this.
wearing the same thing. And that one there, the one cat's there who always gets the part. You got to look at him and he comes out smiling.
Smile.
And you can hear the laughter on the inside. He killed it. And you got to go in after him, nail it, be best. You know, do your best work. That's a skill. And then get over to the second audition because you got 2 that day. Now you done took away all that. So what you're doing when you build that, you're building the ability to be on set. You're building the ability to know how to adjust, because you can do this tape all day. You can do 200 takes of it, and then you get it right. They hire you. You get on set. They be like, hey, instead of you being upset, now we're going to do it. You're super, super happy. And in fact, your mother is your father, and we're cutting it by like 75% of the lines. Go. And people freeze. They fall apart because they don't have the skill of auditioning, being nervous, working through the nerves and all this stuff like that. So auditioning in person was very important to building an actor and kind of like, you know, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Man, hold on. Before I want to get to you, Byron, because
Wow, that's scary.
go for it.
What?
I thought you were about to.
No, I mean, all that just sounds scary because I don't audition well.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, so, you know.
But you book well, so
Yeah. That's it.
Well, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna
But
get to
here's the
that.
thing: you can, even cats that don't audition well, find a way. When you have to, you just got to do what you got to do. Michelle Rodriguez hates auditioning. She's the worst auditioner, but she did get hired because you see the stuff there, and you'll know whether it's just because a person's not a good auditioner and they still have the stuff. Also, you find out if a person's got a problem, you know, if they or not. You know, when you see a person constantly, and you see their character and how they come in and how they show up, even though the casting director know you nervous, they know how difficult it is, and they're dealing with these little kids that come in here and try to put on, and they want to be the guy, and they see the hunger, and then a lot of times you can look, a proper casting director will see through the noise, and be like, yeah, you need a shot.
Yeah.
And it's all about minutes.
Byron. Me and Byron go back. I just want to set the stage before we really get into this. Me and Byron go back to Stomp the Yard. So
Before then.
before
probably,
Stomp,
right?
your Twisted Taco?
Yeah, like live comedy.
Live comedy. So I first met Byron in Atlanta. I was in college. I probably had been on, you know, I used to go to Twisted Taco. It was a spot, me, him, Carlos Miller, Ron G. Like, we was kind of like Drew Thomas. We used to be up in there, you know, trying to work out, you know, jokes early. Then I ended up booking a role in the movie Stomp the Yard. Byron was background in Stomp the Yard. But I want to tell this story to let people know that he went from being background in the movie Stomp the Yard to having a Hulu special, being an actor in a Marvel TV series. But what was your thought process when you was doing, what made you even, if you remember, like, the goal to be background on Stomp the Yard, and what was your aspirations at the time?
My thing was like, I was doing comedy at night, like full time, so I was just doing all type of hustles. And that was a hustle I could do during the day and see what a set is like, because they just started filming stuff in Atlanta for the first time.
Yeah.
And then I could go perform at night. also I was a stand-in. I was a stand-in for this guy Lance Gross. I was telling him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tyler Perry just
What up,
came
Lance?
to town. Tyler Perry just came to town, opened a studio.
Yeah.
And then I auditioned for like Pookie or somebody like that, and my audition was horrible, you know. And
Was that the one that Clayton English got?
yeah, Clayton or
It was between
what's
me and
my
Clayton for one of
what's
them
the other
roles.
man? Quincy Bonds.
Okay.
So they just brought me in, and it's just something I could do during the day, and then at night I could go and then like do comedy. So when I was on your set, I was a background, and they had us in this like football stadium or something, and we just there sitting most of the time, and I just was at the point where I just started to become like a good comedian for the rooms I was doing. So I remember seeing y'all up there, y'all having a ball, and then I'm just sitting there. And then I remember they gave us lunch, and it was like a tuna fish sandwich and some pickles. And we there like 12 hours. We there 12 hours, and then we leaving, and then I see Justin, and I was like, did y'all get y'all tuna fish sandwich? He's like, no, we got lobster and stuff in the back. And then he was like, man, I'm about to go hang. We about to go have a ball. And then I was just like,
Yeah.
I can't be doing this. I'm on the wrong side of this thing. And then when I was working with Tyler, Perry, I learned how to like be on set and just move, like feel where the camera is, and like not even look while we doing these blocking and stuff like that. But I do remember one thing that stuck out. We was blocking. He would come in, he'll move us around. I'm like, all right, this how the set gonna go. And then I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, all right, let's bring the real actors in here now. And then I was looking around.
It's a cold game, brother. It's a
cold game.
No, yeah, I was
Cold
looking
game.
around, and cause extras is their own thing, right?
Right.
They know all the rules, and they like real professional. And then the way
The
they
new term is background actors, and you're fucking canceled, buddy.
Oh, for real?
No, I'm joking. Well, I mean, yeah, I think.
But back in my day, they was extras.
Extras.
You know what I mean?
We was extra.
Yeah. So the way they would just accept being this thing was crazy to me. I guess because I'm in like both worlds, and I'm like, this can't be it. You know what I mean? And that was my, thing to be like, oh, you got to move out of this group as well. And I ended up leaving like shortly after that. But my trajectory is crazy.
Just bring the real actors in. It's crazy.
Man, that's crazy. And you feel a certain way about it, and then it's like you're an outsider, right? Like I always felt like an outsider. So I'm an outsider coming in, watching how these people are treated now. Who are inside. They probably went to school for it and all this stuff, and then they getting talked to like this and accepting it. So I was like, but I can say this, and I think what helps me and what hurts me. My ignorance helps me, but me trying to plan and learn like, oh, this is the way the thing should be done is what hurts me. Even in life sometimes, if you believe in a higher, power, because sometimes the plan isn't what people's doing. Sometimes it's like, oh no, you finna be like way over here, and then you gonna pick up the skill. Like he's saying the skills he get, I have to go like over here to pick those skills up,
Yeah.
Wow.
Be on punishment, sit down for a while.
You want to make God laugh, make a plan.
That's a fact.
I want to talk. Issa is a very unique entity between the worlds that we're living in, even more now than then. She was
I can see that. Yeah.
high level social media YouTube person that turned her ideas into a high level network show. Being on hot shit, both of y'all are on shows that are hot. Insecure was hot. Wonder Man was really hot. What have you seen the difference in, like, being on something like that? When you're on Insecure and it's happening in real time, what do you feel like out in the industry?
A show like that, when it's popular and it's an industry watch show, you get love from the industry. That's the difference. As opposed to being on something that maybe lots of fans watch, but it's not an industry watched show. SEAL Team, we got 10 million viewers a week. Way more than, we get on Insecure. But industry done watched that show. They was like, all right, that's cool. Anyway, it's about Insecure.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like, wow. Because also the subject matter was so much more, free, when it came to Insecure. And it was special. We knew, just like Straight Outta Compton. It's like what was happening on that set wasn't going to always happen on another set. You get what I'm saying? So we knew when it was special, and Insecure was very special. Just the amount of diversity and the amount of diversity within diversity. I'm talking about the stories, the to not just play like the black and white, the good or bad, the up or down, but everything in between that makes for completely fundamentally flawed and therefore fundamentally human characters. Right. We were able to do that on Insecure, and not just play archetypes. This is the tough black chick, and this is the rest. They all had different. The tough black chick here was also a nerd, and then but she's also sassy, and she also whatever. And so the industry actually responded to that, and it was a big change, because I would think, sometimes middle-aged white woman come up to me and I'm just know she gonna say something about SEAL Team, and she's like, Chad. I was like, what? Woman, don't you be hanging around black folks too much. You're going to get in trouble. Right. Your credit is going to go very low. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better back up. And it was surprising at how wide the breadth of people were that watched the show. And Issa Prentice Penny, like Jay Ellis, everybody on that show, that they worked very hard. They were all writers unto themselves as well, right? So they were all able to add in that stuff that's in the lines in between the lines that we don't always get to It
was such a beautiful transition of a show, because seeing Aqua Black Girl and then seeing that show was like, first of all, the show was shot beautifully. HBO just be doing it right. It's just like, it's just like all the things connect, just like, oh my goodness. And it was such a beautiful palette, like, cleanser for like what was coming out at the time. Mm-hmm. I told Issa when I met her, I was like, I believe you, 50, and ATL, Donald Glover have some of the most unique new organic voices. You guys aren't trying to copy anything that you see. It's like, no, this is like direct, clear reflections of a new idea. In that same aspect, you a superhero, bro.
Ding dong.
You got to be in a Marvel show. Y'all know me. I'm diehard Marvel. I've been reading Marvel since I was a
come on, baby. Come on. This was, hold up before you continue.
No, go ahead.
I've been a little upset for years. I was very, very happy to see Marvel come, because Marvel was making movies. Marvel didn't make superhero movies. They made movies with superheroes in them.
Correct.
And that's why they were so dope.
Yeah.
But it really made me upset, because this was my place, counterculture. This was the nerds of the world, the comic book guys. And now you bringing everybody and their mama into our business, and everybody think they're expert on knowing what's canon and what's not canon and all this stuff. And you talk about stuff you do not know what you're talking about, Jack. Like, you ain't been in these streets long enough to know, who Patch is.
Marvel moment. Marvel moment. Black Panther. I had to cuss a lot of black people out.
Yes.
I show up to Black Panther and I see my nerds, and they're here 15 movies deep, ready to watch Black Panther, and niggas show up with their dashikis, like, move. I was like, move, little Asian boy. I was like, hey. I stood up in the theater. I said, hey, you guys. I don't know if y'all, I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad y'all sold out. This is our third watch.
Yes.
I was like, we are officially dissecting the movie. What y'all mean y'all saw it 3 times? Like, I said, we've been watching since the other movie. He was in another movie? I say, be nice to them, y'all. Like, because it was going to be a thing. And then after, it was beautiful because we all sat and talked, and they got to understand, like you said, like the lore and all the things that had happened. Being a part of that, I think last time I saw you, I was like, bro, you need to go to the con. So they're going to attack you. Like, it's going to be a whole thing. They're going to try to dive through your chest.
Everybody, stop what you're doing right now. Make sure you subscribe to Killin' It Pod. Boom.
This is the first thing I was in where I was walking. It was me, CT, and Chris, and we was walking.
CT.
And somebody did like this, and then they backed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's wool. You could go ahead and touch it. But they saw what I haven't seen yet. Like a lot of people saw the show before I saw the show. So when I did press without knowing what was going on, and even when I showed up to the show, you know, you hear about this thing and they like, yeah, you're a doorman, and I'm like, what's the superpower? And they like, you just a door, and you like, damn. You know, they done got me again. I always get the short end of the stick type of thing, and then they was like, but they still had that look in their eye like, this is gonna be special. This is yours. You know, they was like, out of the series, this is your thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And, you know, it was cool, you know. James Ponso directed, Andrew, one of the writers, and Zeke, you know. And they put something special together, and then they allowed me to play within that realm. And I work with a lot of filmmakers. Luckily, you know, so you get a lot more play than like regular directors. Like a lot of these guys wrote and created films that probably won awards or hit all the festivals. And I think because of my technical lack, I end up with a bunch of those guys because they take more risk.
Yeah, I mean, that episode looks like that. It looks like it's more film noir. It's like black and white.
And Ponso, it's crazy. Ponso, he's a film noir like nerd. Yeah. And like I'm not a big Marvel nerd or too much of anything.
We got you. Me and
yeah. But he's a film noir nerd who's also happened to be born and from Athens, Georgia, where I was born.
Got it.
The Georgia Connect.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This is what I need to know. How did you book it? Did you go through a regular audition process? Was it you had?
Well, I book a lot of stuff through Carmen Cuba because we believe, you know, I believe in her and she believe in me.
See, I don't know who that is.
She don't believe in me.
She did me in the shot.
She don't never have me.
I did the shot with her. So my first thing I did, you know, who I just so happened to meet at a party. And just had a conversation because.
But what is she? Is she a casting director?
Yes,
casting director. No, she does a lot of Donald stuff. I mean, she does everything. Yeah,
Soderbergh.
Yeah.
You know, you can follow my film thing and see like, oh, she was working with Soderbergh for like 20-some years. You know what I mean?
You're kind of her go-to too. Like, I know he gonna deliver good tape and trust me.
Yeah, somebody that know you and know like the roles you'll do well for.
Did she do Stranger Things?
I didn't know. No, she did, yeah.
She did.
Because I met the
Stranger Things. Yeah.
I was somewhere with her and I met the brothers, the Duper brothers.
That's why you working.
Yeah.
That's why you working.
Like, let me hit up Carmen. Right?
Yeah. But so I just finished Lady in the Lake, which was tough for me, you know, to be in Baltimore. Where was it?
Why was it tough?
I think, man, just the politics behind it, and like that was like $100 million show, and then, you know, the workload that came with it. You know, and my lady wrote and filmed that show, so it was just a lot of like pressure coming from the indie film world to like something like that big. It's more rules and like a lot of back and forth, and I wasn't a major fan of it. So when I did, I think I was getting like auditions for other stuff that didn't shoot in LA, and I was like, I want to go home. You know?
Oh wow.
And so this came up, and they was like, it's shooting in LA.
My bad. So you mean you wasn't a fan of the process, not you wasn't a fan of the show?
No, the process, yeah.
The process, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want you.
I mean, it was just a lot. It's just a lot that happens on us.
No, they don't talk
like
about
you in
that.
town for like 11 months, and then it's just a lot.
Right. My bad.
You know,
Yeah.
going from LA to Baltimore, and then I shot Swarm. I went down and shot Swarm, and came back. So, I just wanted to be back in LA where I could recharge. And then I got the audition for Wonder Man, and I was like, man, I don't want to do it. And then they was like, do it, and I was just like, all right, I'll do it. And I did it like this. I just did it like this. And then because I guess everybody was doing it like this, and I just did it like this. They was like,
on tape or in person?
On tape. I don't think I do in person stuff. At first, I wasn't even. That's the thing. I don't like auditions. And when I started in the game, I wasn't auditioning.
Right.
And now I got auditioned, and I'm like, we going backwards.
Because I got all this stuff already did. You guys should know what I do.
Yeah.
How many callbacks? Did you do any callbacks, or was it straight from the tape?
I mean, that's the original show. Wonder Man was called Callback on the script.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why I got confused.
It's Marvel thing.
Yeah. But for what? For the Marvel thing?
For the Wonder Man.
No.
No callback, just straight tape.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know.
Yeah, go jump up there.
No.
What's the thing though?
No. This is good information because
only callbacks I got was for the shot. That was like 7, and I tested for the lead. And I didn't get it. And I don't know what happened with the show politics wise.
Black people make you jump through hoops.
But I do know, like, I didn't get the role, and they brought me back as the character. Producers brought me back to play one day role, which I wasn't gonna do. And they were like, do it, and I did it. And they liked that little character.
You got to add more
and then
episodes.
they did. I did like. I went from 1 episode to like 7 or 10.
Yeah.
And then my lines kept getting bigger and bigger. And then the guy, I was playing opposite. If you look at the shot, I was playing opposite of the guy who I tested with.
Oh, damn.
So we the same complexion, same height and everything. And then like it was just like this dynamic we had, you know.
Is that your first on-screen debut?
That's like, I think I was in a sketch with Deion Cole in Comedy Central.
You know what? You know why I asked that?
Does
Is
that count?
because I remember how jarring that was. Like watching it, because bro, you have this. You've been attached to really like beautiful, like you said, like cinematic things. Like even your special looks like that. It's like the sweeping shots and like the fog. I was like, why does it look like that? It's so pretty. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes you know how you it's like you see work and it's like this work is like artistic, and you was standing there with no shirt on in that yard. I was like, it was like this epic image. I was
with
like,
a dog with wet dick on my hand, just like this. You know what I mean?
Before we move on, I did want to say the reason why I was bringing up the no callbacks is because anybody that's trying to get into acting don't really know how the business works. Typically, first we used to go in person. That was the norm. You would go in person with the casting director. They would call you back. You would then go in with the producers. Then, if the producers like you, then they would call you to meet with the network. That's called a testing. That's the final audition. Then you would go in front of the studios and the network executives. And then they would say, okay, you got the role. So to hear both of y'all say, yo, we put ourselves on tape and they casted us from the first tape. That's like, I think that's new information for a lot of people that may not know, like, oh, damn, like I could get cast off of my tape, which is phenomenal information though, because I know a lot of black people, black actors, male black actors, not black female actors. I know a lot of male black actors who are struggling getting auditions right now, like at least like 20. You do too.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's few and far in between. I mean, that's just the reality of it. It's tough out there. Because everybody's available as well. Everybody is available. We're not competing against.
Because they ain't making our shit. That's why everybody available.
Yeah, I'm not competing.
Well, yeah,
against...
once DEI ended, it should be a sign. If you follow, like, you should follow business because it's a business, you know. And this for somebody who's not the best at it, but I know when money dry. I know when the streets are dry. And when DEI ended and corporations ain't putting money in diversity, that's gonna translate to like movie projects as well, because it's a lot of money lost doing film, but also the independent projects as well.
Right.
They're not gonna make a bunch of those either. You know what I mean? They're gonna everybody wants to be Coca-Cola, sell the same product for 100 years.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you have this background in martial arts,
correct?
How do you feel that has worked for you with what you do as an actor?
Well, it's the reason why I'm an actor. It's how I got my first role.
Oh man, speak on it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you're not the only martial artist in here.
Oh no,
we have a certified black belt brother right here.
Sam, I see you.
But
brother.
martial arts is
that's
how I got into acting too. But
see?
I'm listening.
Yeah. I was I was a youth ISKA champion for 3 years. And I did Shotokan karate, Muay Thai, and boxing, but I did pretty much any martial art you can kind of think of. And I had got suspended from school again.
For fighting or what?
For fighting.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't get suspended for fighting. I got suspended for winning.
Spoken like a champion.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you say, you suspended? You was like,
no, but I was I was a bit of a knucklehead to the chagrin of my father and my mother. But and when I would get suspended, in addition to the ass whooping I get, I would get sent to train at the gym. And so instead of being at home chilling at the house and all that, No, I was dropped off there in the morning, and I had to get all my studies, my homework. I had to clean the dojo. I had to work. Had to train extra. I had to help with classes. Do every little thing that the old man felt I needed to do. So I was doing that, and this lady Patty Thomas Robinson came in, and they were going around to the different martial arts schools that they had heard of with great kids who did martial arts. You know, and they went through capoeira schools. They went to everywhere, and they came in. And the old man, my sensei, he said I was cleaning. He told me get up. He's like, come here. That thing you do, the kick. So I used to do the Van Damme kick. But everybody tried to do the Van Damme kick, but I would go completely horizontal with my legs. Dang. Because I could jump. You know what I'm saying? And so I just looked at him. He went to put out his hand. He was about 6'1". I was barely 5 feet tall. I just went over his head, landed, gave him, and I was very close. So he just stood like that, and then I just went back to cleaning, and then he's like, I think you'll do. And then they brought us to Universal. They brought me to Universal Studios, and I was like, oh, they said we're gonna be in a movie, and I was like, oh, okay, great, wow, I love movies. And I got there, I was 14
how old were you
years
at this
old.
time?
Huh?
How old were you?
I was 14.
Okay.
I was 14, and then we
like
got
95, right?
to
Your first grade, like
94. We did it in 94. This happened in 94.
Wow.
93 going into 94. And I got to Universal Studios, and every dude that I had beaten in competition and lost against, and cats who could do Scooby, capoeira guy, he could do the Tatsumaki Senpukyaku kick that you could do in Street Fighter. He could do that.
The Ryu joint.
Yeah. He would just choo. Damn. And they were like, hey, all right, it was an audition. I didn't know what an audition was. And I was like, he was like, so just do your best martial arts stuff. And we did all of that. And then they gave us lines. I didn't know what lines were, sides were, or anything like that. They gave us sides. And it was like 30 of us. And everybody went in. I went in last. I fell asleep.
That's hilarious.
I fell asleep because I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I fell asleep. I got nearly an eidetic memory. So I just looked at the blinked at the pages and laid down. And he's like, hey, you gotta wake up. It's 5 pages. You know that? I said, yeah. I went in there, threw the pages on the floor. He said, no, you should keep these, young man. I was like, I know. I know. It just took me like 5 minutes. And then I did the lines, and they were like, okay, great. And then everybody left. They said, goodbye, everyone. And then as I was leaving, Miss Patty Tyler Robinson, she grabbed me. She says, hey, come here, hold up. I want to tell you something. I was like, you got the part. I was like, oh, snap.
Oh, wow.
Boom. And then I said, well, can I get a ride home? Because I got to catch a cab otherwise. My parents ain't had, like, I grew up in the time,
Where are you from?
Huh? I'm originally Georgia boy. Well, Georgia and Florida. I was raised between Georgia and Florida.
Georgia,
Albany.
baby.
Yeah, Albany. Doherty County. That's where my dad is from, and I was down in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
But during this time,
St. Pete, Florida.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, country ass nigga. So I lost that accent a long time ago. Because when I got here, they were like looking at me like, oh my God, that's amazing. How did you do that? Stop, do something different. And I was like, okay, all right. But I had to get headshots and all this stuff. I didn't know about any of this stuff. And my parents, we were poor. We ain't no money. So I had to like go hustle and like clean floors and scrub floors and convince people to give me acting classes, which I didn't end up taking many of those because they said, I was more like a natural dude. But I worked for this dude to get me some headshots. Found this agent, and I just did a bunch of extra work, stand-in work.
Wow.
And then just kept hustling, and I would get like a big movie. I got big movies, like, and got like a role in the movie.
Yeah.
And then we'll go do extra work too, because I had a kid when I was 17. I mean, we got pregnant when we were 17.
Wow. How many years you and your wife in the building? How
31 years.
31.
Yeah,
wow, nice.
Man, it's time to retire almost.
Yeah, man.
Well, I say she gonna trade me in for a new one.
Not like looking like this. You like a vampire, bro. You
Look like a new one. What you talking about?
Everybody in LA is 36.
That's a good age.
No, it's a great age. 36 is great.
Yeah.
but to answer your point more succinctly, the way that I trained always taught me to do very hard stuff. If you want to do something, if you want an easy life, do what's hard. If you want a hard life, do what's easy. Martial arts was very hard for me, very difficult. I was always getting into fights. I was a little light-skinned and angry, so and I fought. The discipline that I learned from it, the way I learned to move my head, all helped in being a more measured actor when it came to the politics of it all and things like that.
Are you military also?
No, my father is. Most of my family is.
Okay.
I was in RTC and all that.
Because it feels like you end up in that casting often.
I do. But my father.
Don't say it. If you don't
say it. Yeah, she looked at you like, don't do it. You got to go home to her.
Yeah, no. My father's my hero. And
all right, go ahead.
Anyway,
I'm here with you.
He's I appreciate it. Anyway, he kind of sick right now. But he's a very he has a very powerful presence, and he was a Marine and he fought. He was in Vietnam. I mean, he was during the Vietnam time, and he fought for a country that didn't want to fight for him. So he was very impressionable on my life. And then my uncles all went to the military. I loved ROTC. I was going to the military. I was working for a scholarship to West Point. My wife joined the Air Force, and she got pregnant.
Wow.
And then they'd say you have to sign over to accept the scholarship. You have to sign over full custody of the child to her because they're not going to take a 18-year-old kid with a family to West Point. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that. And so she said, hey, well, this acting thing, you better go and get it.
Yeah.
And it turned out it worked out. It was
congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you, brother.
You know where we from? We go the other way.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. Shout out to.
Well, I'm saying congratulations to her, but to you, but to have that whatever insight spiritually push, because it's challenging.
Speaking of child actors, I did want to ask you this question. You work with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, we didn't have scenes together.
Okay, that's the end.
I do remember walking by. I was walking by on my way to set, and he was in front of a heater doing like jumping jacks in front of one of those heaters.
Yeah, that's shy.
And it wasn't cold outside. So I'm just like, this is how I view. I'm only learning acting from being around actors, and I'm like, this the thing, But I know he's good, but I'm like, this is how good people do.
He's great. It's
funny because I thrown into I worked with Lucas Hedges, who was award, up for awards, and I'm always thrown in with the these type of guys, and the pressure makes you. Because I'm not the most disciplined person, but the pressure of not letting people down that put me in this position always make me be like, all right, here go Natalie Portman across from me. Like somebody took a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
So I gotta go, I don't know how. But when I'm in it, I'm just like, that's why I audition well, because it's not that I need, because the type of dopamine, I'm a child of an addict, so I need that and I drive cars through the mountains and do comedy, everything high stakes.
Yeah.
So when it's like that, it's like, all right, it's like, let's go.
I mean, that's how my wife is.
Yeah,
but she got ADD. That's why she.
in that aspect too, like, what is? Speaking of the pressure, when you decide to do the special on your own, how far are we in? Spiritual nigga, I can cuss now.
Oh yeah,
that's an 8-minute edit. Yeah. For when it's time to do that special, what's the thought process going in? How do you feel like the receiver? Because it's on Hulu now, but it was FX when it dropped, right?
It was FX who always took chance on artists because they had the whole.
But that's the only FX special. I don't know.
That was their first one.
They did another. I don't know.
They did Kate Berlant. They had a few. They scrapped.
Oh, really?
And then I was the first one released, and then Hulu as well. You know what I mean? And then it happened to get bought by Disney. And I just remember somebody was like, "You will never be on Disney. What are you, crazy?"
Because it's called Spiritual Nigga.
Well, they was like, "Have you ever heard? Did you hear yourself? Have you ever heard what you say?" Because I always had these things like, "I'm gonna do this," and then that is hilarious. And then it's like, I guess you could end up on Disney.
Double time, because you're Wonder Man.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
come on.
But I do think, we fought for the title, and the network was against it. And I'm like, no, because it's about, they was like, we just call it spiritual. And I'm like, no, I'm not fully spiritual, And I just saw the Will Smith, Chris Rock incident.
Right.
And I'm like, if you go full spiritual and I have an incident like that, it's going to make me feel bad. I'm not fully there yet. So then remember my girl was on the phone, and she's like a sale. She sold it. And I'm like, it was like, why? I never seen Michael Jordan play, but if somebody could carry a meeting, I was like, And she somehow convinced them that it should be that, because she was like, this word started here and it went through a process. The N-word went through a process. So it means so much more, and it has a spiritual aspect of it as well. So you can't leave it off of that, because that shows no growth. She somehow
wow.
Yeah. And it was just like,
cold right there.
Real
like,
one.
all right, but it's gonna make it hard to market. And they really didn't. They put it under my name and stuff, but you could tell they just like yanked it on them.
This is what he called it.
Yeah. And then people writing you for overseas, like, yo, I just saw your thing. Like, it's in other countries as that. But you gotta search for the name, and it's on Disney in other countries.
Yeah, but if you go back to some of the classic specials, like, I want to say, doesn't Fox and Pryor have nigga in one of their title? In the Super Nigga?
Richard Pryor does.
The Times, though, they were still saying it on TV, I think, at the time.
Yeah, but
it's a throwback to that also. That's why I put a sketch in the front.
That nigga's crazy.
That nigga's crazy.
I put a sketch in the front because I remember seeing, like, Richard walk from his car to his thing, and Eddie did a sketch. So it's also a tribute to the lineage. It's shot in a boxing ring, because comedy is like compared to boxing, and it's just trippy. Like the windows that has the color on them, the stained glass in the boxing gym in Decatur, it's like the church aspect of it, growing up in the church in the South. So I was able to put, all those elements in it. And when people like, at the time, Netflix just wanted to be like, here go the stage. We just want to change the name and then, like, keep it going. So I'm glad I was able to do something like that. And once we got the green light, it's like, let's do it as trippy as whatever we want, because we don't know when we get an opportunity.
Yeah. Did y'all always, when you were younger, did you see yourself doing what you're doing now, or did you guys see something else? And if so, where did the change happen?
I loved the movies, man. I loved them so much. I love comic books and movies, and I wanted to be the guy in the movie I saw. So if it was a movie like Cobra, I wanted to be the detective fighting crime. If it was a movie of the Bloodsport, Van Damme. Yeah. Van Damme is one of the main people. Van Damme is one of the main reasons that I'm an actor today. People look at him and they're like, wait a minute, you act way better than that. I said, but listen, you got to give people who come to this country, don't really speak the language, and then make it to the top of this game. You got to give them all the credit. First of all, just in life, just doing anything, but making it to the top of that, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers and the Van Dammes of the world. Now they got the complexion for the protection, but it's all good. They did the work. So he had me like in a chokehold, and if he did Bloodsport, I wanted to be in the army, military, and then get out and fight in the Bloodsport. I just wanted it so bad, and then once that happened, once I got on set, and it was not when I had to do that kick, but it wasn't then. It was when I said words across from another actor looking in my eyes. That was it. I was high. I was a 14-year-old. Sugar couldn't compare.
I want
to make sure we get Byron.
Yeah.
Oh, me, man. My aunt said I told her I wanted to be a comedian when I was younger. But I had like so many different dreams as a kid, I guess, because you trying to figure everything out. And then I remember when I started comedy, I would get booed for like 6 months. And, I say God, universe said this will take me to the promised land. Right. Mm-hmm. And, if somebody who don't complete stuff a lot, it's something I stuck with, and it was brutal. I think college for me was tough, being the first. And then I quit that as well, but then I knew I had to go back to finish something, to complete something. And then I knew this would be harder, more challenging than that. So my thing is really, my success comes from, I guess, growth in the journey, than anything else. Because it's like stuff he mastered at 14, I haven't mastered coming up in the type of discipline situation. So the more, I realize the more you can master yourself, the further you can get in anything. But I do think I could do anything.
How does your acting career play the role in your stand-up? Like, how much more stand-up would you like to be doing and or touring and so on and so forth? Because I still see you on stages all the time. But do you want it to translate?
Well, I have a kid now. I mean, I'm at a very interesting place because my daughter's about to be 3, and it's time I can't get back. As somebody who, me and my lady with our trauma bond, who didn't have a certain time with our parents, we hold certain things at a high regard. So the discipline for me now is to become a better father and a partner, which I never really had to do before, and it's challenging. But through that, it makes me a better, actor and probably a better person in show business as well.
Got it.
If it answers your question.
No, absolutely. I have to ask this too.
But as you can tell, I land in places. I have, like I said, I don't sometimes have no clue how big they are when I get there, because I'm working on the stuff I think that the universe is telling me to work on, but you still have to trust that. You have to trust that voice, which is challenging, because like I said, it's a lot of times you end up all the way over here in a very lonely spot just to get dropped off in Marvel.
You get a call, you're doing a role, it's a biopic of a real person, and he's a legend. Playing DJ Yella in Straight Outta Compton, like, what's the weight of that feel like compared to the other things? Because you've been attached to very large franchises. You was Walking Dead, Fast and Furious, but now it's like this is a whole person's career and life, and
because he existed and he was still around. And you didn't want to disappoint him. None of us did. Everybody, and F. Gary was not going to let this movie fail. Cube, well, first of all, Cube, Dre, Yella, Ran, everybody, they was all there all the time. And Eric's with Eazy's widow, she was there as well. So they were making sure everybody was on point.
Great work too, man.
Oh, thank you.
My mom's favorite movie, and she's Mother Loves God.
Oh, she loves the Lord.
My mother found my mother like straight out of Compton. I was like,
well, that's a good movie, baby. That's a they curse, but they got the curse when they got the curse.
She LA though, right?
Yeah,
she was here.
It's such a church, nigga. She, like,
but this is nostalgic.
It's God, Jesus, her. So
but this is nostalgic.
The nostalgia in this movie.
It's crazy. Your mom's
because I just recently rewatched it. I'm a fan of the movie because it's a great period piece as well, absolutely. And it's such a good picture of what that time was. You know what I'm saying? F. Gary really swung for the fences on this one. I think he really nailed it in a lot of ways.
Oh, it's a classic.
It is for sure a classic.
It was heavy at the time. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We had ran out of money. We were like broke. We had like 53 cents in it between two accounts. Had $10,000 worth of bills, and me and my wife could only do. All we could do was like sit in the living room, dance to the Isley Brothers, and just just laugh about it and say, "God got us. Right. We're gonna pray on it."
Yep.
And then I went to get help from SAG. And I was sitting in there with the lady, because SAG, like, if you've done enough work, apparently they had this program where they pay your bills for like a month. So I had to go get that done. I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. Apparently that's how people survive. So they went and they did it, and then the lady looked at me and she said, "Ooh, you about to get a job right now. I can see it. It's just on you." I went out there and got a job like the next week. But so the pressure was on, like, financially. It was a big thing. It was like, oh my God, we're gonna get out of this little situation. And at that point, I knew how to handle money before I got it. Like, before I got real money, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm able to keep my money, long without working a lot of times. So I knew exactly what to do with it. I knew it was a huge blessing. The thing was, my wife can attest to it, I looked like it was stressful. I wasn't sleeping or nothing. I was stressed out of my mind. Even though they said that, like, dude, you never met Yella, but you're studying, you got it, you're him. But I didn't want to let them down, you know what I mean? I knew how important this was, and more so than the rest of the cast, I was older, so I grew up with this. This was like my first record I heard cursing on. I grew up with this music, so I was like, I can't mess this up.
You're very close to it.
But they made sure, I had to learn to be a DJ. I worked on the ones and twos. They had they trained us for we had like about a month and a half of training, and then Jason and all those guys had like 3-4 months of training, because I came in late. Aldous and I, we were cast because they couldn't find Yella and Ren. They had already cast everybody, but they couldn't find us. So I auditioned for it and didn't get the part. I didn't get a callback. Because my manager called me back like a month later. He says, I got an audition for you. I was like, what? He said, Straight Outta Compton. I was like, oh, it's a callback? He said, no, it's a redo. I said, what the fuck is, what you talking about? And then he's like, yeah, different casting director. And Vicky Thomas had took it up, and she says, it went from Cindy Tolan. Remember Cindy Tolan?
I thought Kim did that one the first time. I thought Kim did it.
No, well, it went through a bunch of different hands. Cindy Tolan had it, Kim, and then it came to Vicky Thomas to find Yellow, and
working. I need to know these names.
Yeah,
no, but it's some real shit. People need to know.
Everybody, look, when we
or not,
or not, because the less you know,
the straight stare.
But it was.
Look, here's the thing. I met a casting. I met a lady at a party and had a very probably spiritual, chilling conversation with her, and then I get a phone call. And then I go to her office, and she just so happens to be a casting director.
That's deep.
But if it's different if you know.
Yeah, you probably gonna put on or something.
Or something, you know what I mean?
Say the wrong thing.
So
which I used to do.
Sometimes, like I said, yeah, you gotta you just can't plan it. You be put in places, and you just, especially in this city, if you ground it and just be you, I think it's pops more. For better or for worse.
Oh, and a little sidebar. You know we ain't have a script, right?
Like Straight Outta Compton?
Wait, what?
We didn't have a script. We got the script. We had a script that we started. We did the movie. To get the movie started, we had a script. And then they said, throw that shit away. We're going to write pages every day. So the new pages would come in every day.
Oh, my goodness.
New pages, just pages. And F. Gary would be like, he's like, hey, this happened a lot. He's like, remember them pages inside your room? He's like, yeah, forget them. We're doing something different. Okay, what do we want? And he would conduct like how everybody had a hand signal. He's like, you. And we all knew what to do based on our character. And everybody was the character. Everybody, we trained so much to just be the people. Right. That all we had to do was memorize words, and we were automatically locked in. And most of the time, I ain't even have no lines. They were just like, say what Yellow would say. I was like, okay. So I would come in, but Chief, they always get me, yo, man, yo, you crazy off the cuss. Your improv is crazy. Bruh, I wrote 5 of those lines before I got here, okay? Right. And they just seemed, they're so spontaneous because they're so well rehearsed. Okay, and you know what I'm saying? I always have something in the tank. If you love this enough, you gotta be able to put in the work. So I would keep stuff in the back of my head, and they were like, all right, Gary would say something funny. Now, say it. And I would like, say something, and then he like, say something else, say something else. That one, say that. Action. That's how it was going. So the pressure was on. But oftentimes, ignorance is bliss. Because one of the reasons why I made it out here in Hollywood is I didn't know no better. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, true. We didn't know no better. We come out here, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. You don't really know the numbers that are against you. You don't know the rules that are against you.
It's discouraging. Depends on your personality. Discouraging to know too versus sure will.
Oh yeah.
But like you, being untrained, sometimes I don't have stuff in the tank. But when working with certain filmmakers, they do allow you to go, and if you are that person, you just exist.
It's there, brother. Even if you ain't write it, it's there. Yeah. I only write it so I can grab it fast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But you're that person though. You became that. You embodied that person. So you just, like you said, you just existing.
We talked about this before. I feel like there's 2 types of actors. Either one, you have this extensive training where you understand things a very specific way, and or you're a natural and you're so far away from the training that it's it allows you to just be organic, and that comes across real on screen. So it's it's a win both ways. Either you know how to tap into something, or you know how to just you winging it. I'd be like, this is.
If I was more technical, I would be doing comedies.
What you mean by more technical?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If I knew comedy got beats and certain I took this class after the shot of Leslie Kahn, and I remember Yolanda
I know
Ross.
Leslie Kahn.
Good job.
I know one. This actress from the shot.
That's an acting teacher, right?
Yeah,
not a casting director.
But no, this is school. This is when I tried to go to school. Yolanda Ross from the shot gave me some great advice. She's like, "What you got is so raw." And she's like, I'm trained, but if you train, they're gonna teach you something that might take some of that rawness away. And I remember I went to Leslie Kahn, which is one of the best comedic trainers in the city. and she asked the class, she was like, name a comedy, and I was like, I think I said like Breaking Bad or something like that, and they was like, no, it's not a comedy, and they was like, name another one, and I was like, Handmaid's Tale. And the whole class looked at me and she was like, "What?" She started cursing. She's like, "Why would you say Handmaid's Tale is a comedy?"
Yeah.
And I started explaining to her what I thought was funny about Handmaid's Tale.
That's funny.
And she
My
was
wife
like,
died, 'cause
"Yeah,
that's her."
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh." She's like, "That's funny, but no." And then she was like, "Can somebody name a comedy?" And then they was like, "Friends." And she was like, "That's right." And I never seen Friends before. And that's when I knew, like, oh, I've been doing the wrong thing this whole time. Because I just did my This Is Not Happening, which is dramedy. You know, I'm damn near crying on stage. And then I did The Shy, and I was like, oh, I probably should be over here.
Yeah, but if
Or not.
Yeah, or not.
Well, look, I you know, because it sounds like training, but that's from my discipline from martial arts and my father. But when I went to acting class, because I was like working, I told you to go to acting class.
Right.
My coach, Dennis Neal, who's like my guru, he's very similar to my father, same in age and everything, but he's a no nonsense, you know, cat from Harlem. He was like him and Russ Blackwell. When I started to do their classes, they said, okay, here's the deal. We'll just mess you up. What you have, it's natural. He said, you understand text, you understand emotion, you understand all this stuff. So you're like this big body of water, and all we need to do is get you to find a way to bring it together to turn it into a stream that can cut steel. So that's your talent, and then putting that beam exactly where it needs to go.
Right.
That's all you had to do. So they taught me techniques of like how to calm down and be cool, because I was just so like, I would just go, you know, and I talked way too fast, which ended up being cool.
Because you deliver.
By the way, that chat, when I played chat,
yes,
I wanted to slow down so bad, brother, and they would always, Neil, pace it out. Pace it up. Pace it up.
On it.
No non sequiturs. Just boom. Just go. And I was like, but then people ain't understand what I'm saying because I'm always talking like this and this and that. And they were like, yes, that's what we want.
That's the character we
and
want.
it was uncomfortable because at that point I had learned so much more about acting that it was a challenge for me. And I was filming 2 shows at the same time.
Wow.
So I would go play. I would play on this show called Dirk Gently in Canada, completely different character, like a detective, and then fly in to play Insecure. Then I would go. Then after that year, I would do SEAL Team. And then
do extra work.
And then do extra work.
Well, that's why they had to add it into the show that like they made a line. It was like, man, you shaped like a box, because I couldn't lose the weight in time. I would lose 15 pounds to play Insecure and then gain it back to play Ray on SEAL Team.
I wanted to know about both of y'all, like how much preparation goes into you developing a character before you audition.
I'm bad at it. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I only can speak unprofessionally. Like, I got an audition due today. And I ain't learned it yet.
I do the same stuff.
No, I don't know. My preparation. This is my technique, and it's probably been like this since high school. Oh, we got a test today. Oh, let me learn the test.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna fail the test. This is what I got. You know, and all the stress that come with it, and then I just go do the test, and then I be so happy when the test over.
But you pass.
Pass or fail, I'm just happy.
Because the universe might have them over here.
The way the universe.
But I'm like, man, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that no more.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I brought up that question. I wrote Half Baked 2, right? It's a whole.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Titus.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Titus. Didn't cast me in Scary Movie 6.
Yeah, I know. He didn't cast me neither. And we have a movie together. Con Man with me and Corey Hardrick. He didn't cast me.
I mean, hey man, I ain't even get no call. But shout out to Mike.
We love you,
I don't
Mike.
get a call to do
Mike
none of these stuff y'all talking about. I feel bad.
Mike about to be working.
Mike
about to be
I
working.
texted him and he didn't reply to that text message. I said, you about to be working. He was like, I know, nigga.
I'm doing it now.
Now I'm not replying back because I know I got this fire movie that's
that movie is tracking insanely.
Oh, I already know. I told Marlon, I said, bro, y'all finna say the comedy movie.
Oh, yeah.
Theaters.
Yeah.
I said,
They are.
He texted me back.
They are.
This is why I brought this up.
Same.
I wrote Half Baked 2, directed by Mike Titus, and Dexter Darden was the star of the movie. He played like Chappelle's son in the movie. And I went to his hotel room while we were filming. He had baby oil in there. And I was like, why you got all these goddamn bottles of baby oil in here?
This is taking a turn.
So I go in his room and we discussing the film, and I look at his laptop or his tablet, and I'm talking about he got notes and notes and notes and notes in the margins and everything. And I'm like, oh, I see why he working, and I see why I'm not. I was working at the time. I thought I was doing MacGyver at the time. But I was like, I don't do this much preparation. Even with MacGyver, even with Rush Hour, anything I've ever done, it's like I just look at the size and I'm like, okay, I got it. And I do the audition. That's why I was asking. You work so consistently. I'm like,
you work a lot.
I'm like, are you doing any additional? Do you do backstories on the characters? Do you make notes?
I do. I treat a job like a play, so I study it that way. Although I've never blessed. Was that a cough? Or
we don't know what's going on.
What was that? Was a snuff? No, it was a snuff. It was kind of in between.
Bless everything. I don't know what it was.
It was peas.
I've never done Broadway or anything, or even done a stage play, but I've learned to study like a play. So Dennis, he would give me these papers that would tell you all about just the character, and he would ask all these questions. You ask a lot of questions. My wife is who I do a lot of my reading with, and I bounce. She's terribly great at understanding text as well, and seeing the things that I don't see. I always feel bad when I see people with the sticky notes and the notes on the script and stuff, because I don't feel like I'm doing enough.
Right.
But then I look at my stuff and I said, there's things written there, and I make sure to know about essentially who the character is, what they want. I make sure just to be able to fit the rhythm, right? Because everything we play in has a rhythm, and you don't want to be like the one off key. So I do my preparation in effect is doing that. I do build up backstory. It depends on the character though. It depends on what this is. If it's you saw it in Wonder Man. What all that stuff he was doing. I've watched actors get fired that day from doing that.
What the other actor?
Episode 1.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
I've worked with that actor. I've been that actor to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I've caught myself before it got too far. But oftentimes you just need to exist and to be. Because most of the stuff you write down in that stuff, you're going to forget it anyway. But you study it enough to where it's in your DNA so you can play. Knowing your lines is the most important thing it is. Know them backwards and forwards, inside and out. Because even if you dope with just kind of knowing your lines, it could have been masterful if you had known your lines, because then you can play around and you can mess around, and then all that stuff that you got down here, it'll pop up out of nowhere and you'll catch it. Be like, oh, that's why he's doing that.
You have a great memory though, right? You kind of referenced that earlier. You have a great memory.
I'm bad. So
me too. And so
I've had to work
you
at.
have an audition tomorrow. Yeah. They'd be like, your audition is due tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's like,
take your time.
Yeah,
that's the hardest thing, because I'm bad with names. So lines is like, and if the lines got a name in it, I'm gonna need about 8 takes. You know what I mean?
And let me ask you this, man. Both you guys both have your partners as you've been going through this journey, going through the 53 cents in the account, and not sure about the process. What's something small that your partners do for you that means so much?
I mean, I tell you what, my lady, when I didn't have a job, my lady created a show, and her whole thing is you gotta make the show. You know what I mean? She's a foreigner, so her mentality is like totally different when it comes to how foreigners, how they view, or you might not know, they view Americans a certain way. You know what I mean? It's not favorable at all times.
I'm about to say, how do they? That we're lazy, right?
Well, some other thing, they just gotta. Like I say, like I heard a while ago, like people from a place where we wait on jobs or we look for jobs, and people from a place where they create a job. There's no jobs, so that's not even in their mentality. They create the job. Yeah. And then my lady has that mentality, like audition. You write the thing, just write it and do it. So. It's like, but she's like very stern, so sometimes you get a little intimidating, but it's good to have somebody like that. And like, even with Lady in the Lake, it was based off a book. My character went in the book. She created my character. You know, I ain't had no job. She created a job, and then I was a executive producer on it.
You better never leave her, boy.
Yeah,
So,
boy,
like you said, having no script, like it's a lot of stress coming when you're doing a TV show because they need a new script every week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And back to you were saying with learning lines. Sometimes the best time I learn lines, I always show up and I learn a scene and have all my notes. Then I show up and then they change it.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck doing this thing I done rehearsed for so long versus coming up sometimes like a little loose. That way when the scene change, that easy for you to go with the change.
We see that, but you remember when we were talking outside, the thing that I was talking about with Denzel, a lot of people forget this. To be a big movie star, things have changed, but originally to be a big movie star, you had to learn things on the small screen. So you had Robin Williams, you had Denzel Washington, all these guys. Yes, they worked for 5 seasons on a 22-episode television show. This is one of the reasons why I wanted a TV show, for the money. As well as money good. But also to be under that pressure that you're talking about, to be under that pressure to have to learn these things, follow this major arc over the course of seasons, and be able to change and learn it so well that you would change and alter it. You could do a play. Even people with bad memory go up and do plays because when you have to learn those lines and you drill them over and over because you have the time, you know them. So if you do a show where you're doing 22 episodes, your memory will get really good. You will learn your lines, or you won't be in the show. You get what I'm saying? So is either you want to eat, or you want to not remember. So
if I was starting as an actor, to anybody inspired acting, me personally, if I was just starting as a straight up actor, I would just do plays.
Oh, that's
because I came up in bars doing comedy, night after night, like you said. It's such a raw thing. Like you get everything that right in front of you. You get the response. You know whether it's working or not because it's right there, and it's a discipline comes with that. Having to get 3 minutes of material and stuff like that.
How do you?
I did it once.
Write how you. Where does your humor come from? Because you have you're hilarious, and you have a off rhythm or off the norm, very organic, original style, especially within your subject matter. How do you? What is your writing process like?
Man, it's bad now. I have an idea and I take it on stage, but it comes from like a real place that I might not want to. You shouldn't say this. It comes from one of those places.
Way backward.
It's like, oh man, I gotta confess. So my girl always said, if she want to hear what I'm thinking, she go to a show.
Yeah.
And then you just find the beats in it. But it comes from a real place. My dad was a schizophrenic, so it's a lot of improv. It's a lot of yes and. If he say some shit went down, then it went down, and you learn like these worlds exist. This whatever he's saying is real, whether we believe it or not. And I think that helps my acting. You know what I mean? Because you've been somewhere with somebody having a conversation, and you like, man, I wish somebody could hear this thing going on.
Yeah.
So I think it's those real life situations. Growing up small dude in the city with bullies, you fit in your environment. Because I wasn't nerd enough to stay in the house. I still went out. I still went outside. And I was thrown. I was kicked out of my black schools, and then I was thrown in I took a test, and I was thrown in this upper middle class white school, and like having to do all these adjustments and stuff. Help shape. It's the same.
I know because I went to.
I
lived in both worlds.
Yeah,
same thing.
It's the same as being thrown on the set with with a award-winning actress, and they like keep up. That's the same way they did it in school. So it's just pulling from those life experiences, and then like trying not to like freak out.
Is there anything specific that you learned from F. Gary Gray or you from Lena specifically?
Go ahead. In terms of like
just your process in working with him, was there anything that you took away that you use still to this day, or like
it was a lot. Specificity. I mean, I always knew about specificity, but it's funny because he would get on us about being very specific, right? So if you were a radio, you playing a DJ. He says, don't just come in here and press buttons. Know what buttons you're pressing, why you're pressing it that way. You know what I'm saying? I played it. I was a DJ, worked on the 1s and 2s. He said, don't just be up there cutting. Why are you cutting it that way? Is it going to bleed into this? Is it going to bleed into that? Why are you moving that? Why are you using the Serato? What are you using? Like, be very specific about what you're doing and intentional. And then he cast himself in the movie, played the disc jockey, and he didn't know what he was pressing. That's why I was like, and we were messing with him the whole time.
That's hilarious.
But no, he just being specific, because if you come into a scene, you came from somewhere, and you're going somewhere afterwards. You didn't just come in just to talk, or did you? Right? Like, do you want to go to the bathroom after this? Do you need to pee? Do you need to pee?
Yeah.
Because if a person need to pee,
yeah,
they needed to pee before they came in the room.
Right.
And they still need to pee. And as they sit there and talk to this person, the need to pee is growing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, all of that plays.
And that plays into your body
That's
and what you're doing. Especially, and if your preoccupation is like, I want to hurry and get this conversation over with because I got to pee, you're going to play it completely different than if you want to go in and do your art and be awesome in front of the camera. Cats who come on set, particularly on guest stars, who do that, and they want it to be their moment, they always kill themselves. And I said, because what ends up happening is their coverage is going to turn into my coverage. Because it's my story. I worked to get here. You are working to get here. So this isn't about you. You're a conduit. You're playing, you know where you fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Play your position.
And play your position. If people do that, wow, you get to play more and you get to
You work a lot.
Which is what I've been blessed to do, but I ain't got no choice. I got to work because I support everybody. But yeah, specificity, being very specific and intentional about stuff.
Anything with Lena?
I think
I'm learning Lena Wade.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I said that the first time.
Lena
Wade.
What did you say before?
I think just from observation.
That's my girl. I love her.
Because I don't fully know my situation, how I ended up on the show, and I don't know if it was network or her, but the stuff she was fighting for, like I knew it was something going on, and her professionalism, which is something I don't have, and patience to work probably with these certain type of people, you know what I mean? That was the first thing I've been on with a director with change. Like I had to reshoot, like I shot everything, which is crazy. I shot everything as myself. And then they was like, you got to start an S Corp. And then I reshot everything under a different tax entity. And I was like, oh, this is different. So that was my beginning into like
the
a
same
Fox
person. We did all the same shit.
Yeah. So, and nobody tell you these things, but then like to add to it, my girl Alma Harrell, women in this game. That's my girl. That's my girlfriend. And we would be on set, and I'd be like, man, whatever. And then learning like, no, you don't talk on set. That's the boss. You the nigga holding the purse. And then learning how to respect that, because if I do something to her, and I had to learn that with my daughter. If I talk to her a certain way, these 300 other dudes gonna think they could do that to her. And learning the with both of them, like you said, your overall role in this thing. Yeah, because it's bigger. At this, we're acting. They're producing, creating. That's real show business. You know what I mean? And learning how you got to carry yourself a totally different way. They fight totally different for certain things, you know what I mean? And they got a level of professionalism. So it's that. Like they're the big dog. They're big dogs here with the bigger dogs, you know what I mean?
Y'all both have been on a bunch of TV shows and film sets. I know, I'm not gonna say the type of show. I know there are times when you have every show has a difficult actor.
I don't know what you're talking about. All my actors have been fantastic and wonderful, and everyone I've ever worked with has been terribly kind and efficient, and they've all known their lines.
Every show, if you've worked on a show, there is always one difficult actor. How do you deal with a difficult actor?
I'm that difficult actor.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You can't be.
Not with that resume.
No. How do you deal with the difficult actor? Or if you don't want to say that, what's even more exciting of a question is, do you have any difficult actor stories that you've experienced and had?
Oh, you worked on MacGyver too? That's crazy.
I did work on MacGyver,
No.
so we had one.
Yeah,
They got him off the show.
They sure did.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
I used to see him working out all the time, and he was like, "Hey man," and he was like, "Man, turn your neck."
Hey, so I know about it.
Yeah, I know you know about it. I was.
I had it on MacGyver in Rush Hour. So,
Yeah. Bless your heart. First of all, I just wanted to say, in answer to your question earlier, when you were talking about something that your wife does that gives you the space and breath and ability to do what you do. My wife, she reads lines with me. She's the only person I really trust. She's the only person that does my auditions. She doesn't think she's great at it, but she's amazing at it. And I just keep working stuff off of her, but
because they be going back and forth in it. That girl be reading like that. You should say it like this. Look. Listen. Okay.
But what about difficult actors? What specifically?
Well, how do you? What do you have any difficult on-set stories? How about that?
I don't know if I have. I've had HR deal with me before.
Deal with you?
Yeah.
About everybody.
I was pulling up on set. I was leaving a comedy club in Baltimore, and I was pulling up on set like at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm in this car. I move swift. And they got the cones on set, and I just pulled through the thing, boom, and this guy come with a cone. He's like, "You can't park here," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "I park anywhere I want to," and I just went around him and threw the car on the sidewalk.
Wait, what number were you on the call sheet? Call sheet is a list on set of priority.
That's a great question.
Here's the thing, you know what I mean? I walk with the Lord, so I'm number one. I go, you know what I mean? That call sheet is a man-made thing, okay? You know what I mean?
So now we know who the difficult actor is.
Oh yeah, probably. Because I one time they be like, "You got to stand in the trailer." This is the prison cell. I'm finna walk around,
Right.
I don't like that shit either, but I'm listening.
But so I put the car on the sidewalk, and then security come up like, "Yo, man, what's up?" And I was like, "What's up?" I was like, "I'm on the show, and I'm a consultant producer on the show." He was like, "Where your badge at?" I was like, "Oh man." He's like, "Nigga, move this car on the sidewalk." I was like, "You right." And I just and then it turned into this guy tried to run me over on the thing.
Oh wow.
And then it was like, "Man, where my badge at?" And then they got me a badge. But it's always it's like these little societal rules that I really don't deal with.
I'm like that too.
Which is probably like, and then with comedy, here's the thing: as a comedian, you in the shower, you already on. By the time it depends on your process. So by the time I get out the shower, I'm ready. It's go time.
Right. And
then you get to the set, and they like, "We need an hour," and it's like, "Nah, it's go time."
It's the hurry up and wait thing.
Yeah. So, but as far as like anybody that people might have said had an issue was always like 1 or 2 on the call sheet. So I'm like, if they 1 or 2 on the call sheet, they got to be doing something right. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
go for it.
Come on,
go for it, Nick.
I don't know, but I did movies with Shia.
We reward bad behavior all the time in this business. Was Shia doing what he was supposed to do?
I think so. Me personally, with the type of person he is, I think he held his own. And here's the thing: you put in certain type of people in environments too. And I'm like, oh, they pretty much held their own. To me, the best sex starts with hair and makeup. That's how I know. Like, if you in a good set.
Oh, set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
you heard that too. I was like, my Jordan came out. I don't know what to say.
My bad. If your set is pretty. If your set, I worked with the Atlanta people when I did Swarm. There was a lot of people that did the show in Atlanta. I mean, from the from the hair and makeup to the food. We had a bar. I had an issue with that on that set too.
What? Tell us about.
Oh, they wanted me to wear a mask. They wanted me to wear a mask.
Was it during COVID?
I don't know when it was, but that was a protocol.
That was during COVID.
Well, so you are the actor.
That was kind of
It's you.
It was doing a certain protocol.
Yeah, it was kinda
And then
bad,
the
though.
lady, then I was like, I don't wear these type of masks. And then the lady came and she brought somebody from that. I was like, call your manager. And I was fucking with him on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody in management came and gave me a personalized mask.
Oh.
But I remember being with hair and makeup, getting a call from management on the mask thing. And I was like, watch this. And then the lady called and I was just like, just having fun, you know what I mean? And cause I be doing this for fun sometimes.
Oh yeah, Bob. Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah. And I'm like,
you the guy.
I'm like, let's see how far up this goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the lady, head mask management came with a mask with my name written on it, you know what I mean? And I was like, bruh, this more like it, you know what I mean?
This is why you think they okay, because you are the dude. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it for you. Because
what
black
it's
people, we don't really get to do stuff, you know what I'm
we
saying?
don't.
But
here's the thing, is that being difficult?
yes,
Yeah,
man, yes.
Yeah, but go for it.
But in the most beautiful way.
Yeah.
But,
I
but
love
he
that's
did
what-
say he didn't really quite know some of these things. So it's just your naivete of just moving like, I'm going to be Byron.
You turn everything
I'm gonna be
into Eric
me.
I'm going to be me.
Alvarez.
regardless.
Doing your thing.
And what,
This is what makes you a brilliant comedian. though. I
Exactly.
do want to say that, but go.
this is what, but
Yeah.
these are the things, like, you know, I come from a school, greater men and women than you or I have had to deal with so much more for so much less. So I often know that even what I'm doing right now is a setup for the next person that looks like me to come behind me and do that thing. One of the big things that, you know, we've been involved with, and I had to deal with it personally. I had to talk with the powers that be. I got the HR complaints and all that. We know about this. Black hair. Not having people to do our hair.
Bruh. So,
listen. The reason why we have that now in our contracts, the reason why SAG passed that with that provision from the last negotiation is because of cats like you and I and all that playing ball, but making just enough noise to finally get it happen. Because people don't realize up until last year, it was not a requirement that they had people on set to do black people hair properly.
And lotion.
Or makeup. So oftentimes it was like I was get on set and they'd be like, "Oh my God, you got such great skin." I was like, "Yes, because I know you don't know what you're doing, and I don't want makeup on me, so I don't wear makeup in my shows." And I come with my hair cut. You know, typically. I know actors at the top of the top. I'm number 2 on my show, and not for lack of trying. They tried. Our showrunner Spencer Hutton was great. He ended up, getting the great people in there. But for years, I had dealt with the fact that you come there, you can be number 2 on the show, number 1 on the show, number 2 on the show.
Nigga, Rush Hour number 1.
Number
I
one.
still had to
And
have somebody cut my hair.
somebody else come cut your hair, and then you become like almost a problem. It's like, oh, he needs someone special. No, I need someone. Period. And so I had to fight those fights, but I had to do it in a measured way that wouldn't turn me into the problem on set.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip Kill It so we could do your.
All right. Okay, so I got
we got a game on this show.
Oh, you got a game on the show?
Game on this show.
you should do a little Kill It. a little Kill It.
By the way, difficult people,
Yeah.
they just kids, man. They just kids. We
Yeah.
all kids. You just let them, give them a snack. They need a nap. Most of the time, they need a snack or a nap, or they need to sleep one off. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Little Kill It.
I'm gonna do
little
about
kid.
2.
Lucas
Give me 2, 3
Till
kills.
said, "What up, though?"
No, look at that. Yeah.
Give me 2, 3 Kill It's.
Kill it or let live. All right, I'm gonna throw out a topic. You gonna say if you don't like it, kill it. If you mess with it, let it live. It's all good. Kill it or let live. Okay. Oh no, you know what I had a dang, I don't got it. Kill it or let live. You get to be the most successful actor in the world. Okay, most successful actor in the world, the most followers on social media ever. But you have to go back in time and be a slave for 3 days.
Wait, what time am I acting? like, am I?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Am I number one in
today
slave time?
In slave time or today time?
Like Kunta Kinte was the biggest. Kunta Kinte was the biggest.
I don't want to be.
But
the
he
top slave,
got a missing foot. You know what I mean?
You are the biggest actor today.
With arm and a leg to be the biggest.
You're the
biggest slave of all time.
You're the biggest actor in the world today, right now. Snap a finger like Thanos. You're the biggest actor in the world today. Most social media followers. You get the green light any movie it get made. But you have to go back in time and be a slave for 3 days in order to accomplish that.
I can do that.
You know how light skinned I am. Yeah. I'm gonna catch the hell from this one. This one, I'm gonna burn.
I think you might be okay. You get to be in the house.
Okay.
I'll be.
I'll be okay. Look at my frame. Look at our frame. I'll be a slave like this for 3 days.
When they find out how I fight back,
I'll be cooking for 3 days and be out.
You know what? I've
y'all.
never wanted to be. It's so funny you said. Well, for the success, if that success led to me being able to help the people that I care about, absolutely, I do it for 10 days, 100 days, because what I would get to do from that. You know, everybody, you have to be able to do the stuff that you don't want to do so you can do things you want to do, right? Everybody want their bills paid, but don't nobody feel like paying bills. You can't have one without the other. So, but I've never wanted to be so big because I like my privacy. I don't like people in my business. I never wanted to be a famous like actor.
Yeah.
I wanted the role to be like beloved and stuff like that and people to be affected. But I don't want you in my business because it's mine. You know, that's my personal, like even my gaming and stuff. Don't nobody even hardly know. They know now, but don't nobody know I game and stuff like that. They don't know my script, my name. That's my private.
Why somebody be like, "Is this?"
Is this?
Right.
But
I'm like you.
Yeah.
I like to go to Walmart and stuff like that and just kick it and fuck with people.
Yeah.
So I can't do that as a famous person. But I do the slave thing just for the story.
Oh, the comedy will be crazy.
Man, that'll be crazy. And they ain't never seen a brother like me.
I was a slave for 3 days.
I'll be that rapping and stuff.
I do it.
They be like, damn. I'll be like, yeah. I be doing other people raps and they don't even know.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna do keep 4, cut 6.
Keep 4, cut 6.
Keep 4, cut 6. 1 hour drama shows. I'm gonna name the shows blindly. Y'all both get 2.
Okay, so 2. So we each get to keep. So 2.
You keep 2. You keep 2. But the other ones you cutting, they gone.
They just gone
forever.
They gone forever.
Wow.
All right.
I on TiVo.
Not even on TiVo. Breaking Bad.
Oh man. Hold on. You gonna name? You ain't gonna name them all? Wow. You gonna open up with Breaking Bad?
Don't keep it
Eisenberg.
Okay, so
I got to keep it. He keep it.
So it's on the list.
Okay,
Only one
on
need to
the
keep
list.
it.
Okay,
You keep it. Breaking
one need to
Bad.
keep it. Oh, okay, that's good.
Homeland. All right, we cutting Homeland.
Man, kill it.
All right, Homeland's gone. Power.
I know.
Shout out to Amari, another A-Town.
Shout out to Amari. Yeah, shout out to them Georgia boy.
Man, I don't. Oh man.
Wow, because I don't know where you're going. Post
That's the thing.
You know what's going on.
You want to? Oh.
Damn. London.
I'm like keep that shit. I'm like, make me proud. Come on.
I got nothing. I got one left. You already? Did you? Hold on. You got 2 left?
I got 2 left.
All right.
Keep it.
Okay.
Okay. So there's 1 and 1.
Game of Thrones.
Kill it. Oh,
man, I love me some Game of Thrones, but you know what? Save us, Kingsley.
That's what the nerve.
Like, yeah.
You cutting Game of Thrones?
Yeah, cut it, kill it.
All right. Killing Game of Thrones. The Wire.
Oh, I got. Fuck.
I didn't see The Wire.
Oh. You're on your own.
I'm gonna keep Power and The Wire.
Hey, man,
I know it was instrumental, but I was dealing
you
with
don't know what's coming next. It might be better, it might be worse.
I was just trying to get detox.
It might be better, it might be worse.
Man, wow. Man, The Wire was my. Man, man, you come and say.
It's a classic.
I mean, this is early. All right, you know what? You made me keep Power. Hold up, we kept Power, and then now you, because Wire is the better Power.
Wire's the OG.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. I keep Wire.
All right, you're
out.
Sons of Anarchy.
Cut it.
All right, get it. All right, Stranger Things.
I love straight flag. Even his wife was like, I'll be honest.
I work with Caleb too.
I think they landed it. I think they landed it. It was a hard show to land.
Yeah.
But I'm an 80s kid, and it was such nostalgia. And then, man, I
You got 2 more left. I don't know what these last 2 is. I mean,
You
I
got
do.
2 more left or
Wait.
1 more left?
It's 2 more.
Oh, you mean options?
Yeah, it's 2 more options left.
Oh, it's 2 more options left.
Yeah.
Man, hold on. How many you got?
He got one choice left.
Couldn't. Ugh.
All right, there it is. Ozark.
Psh, nigga, you should. Oh, my bad. You know damn well you should have went ahead and grabbed Stranger Things. He gonna come up with some bullshit on these last couple. It's gonna be some shit you ain't gonna want to watch at all.
Well, then I got one for next time. Then
Okay.
I had 3.
I love Ozark.
Cut it.
Cut it.
Walking Dead.
Got him. Got him.
He gambled on it. He gambled
You
on
gotta
it.
go. You gotta. Sometimes you gotta go with the spirit. You know,
you know
that's the one.
I gotta give you
That's
that.
the last one?
That's
That's
deep.
the- yeah,
That's
see?
a long, deep, great.
That's
I was
it.
in it.
That's
So,
it.
hey, I still get residuals.
Yeah.
That
A
was a
penny
great
here,
show.
a penny there.
Man, I got a 14-cent residual. They took 10 cents out of that.
4 cents, Negro.
It's in
Yes,
the.
that-
But yeah, I'm keeping that.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So
Hey,
we good.
let people know where they can find y'all on what you got coming up, any upcoming projects, or your social media.
Social media is at Byron Bowers. I'm on there once a month, but I'm on there. And well, you can find me on there. And then I got a book that I'm putting the finishing touches on, called "The Hardest Part About Schizophrenia: Spelling Schizophrenia."
That's hilarious.
I got a co-writer.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So any big words in there, they wrote that part. So yeah, I mean that should be out towards the end of the year. And watch my special spiritual inward. If you don't want to say nigga, just think of going inward spiritually. And everything that we
On
both
Hulu.
done
On Hulu.
on Hulu, which is Disney now, or whatever.
Yeah. You can got my Instagram at CP the comedian. No, that's
That's random CP shout out.
he gonna be like, yeah, that boy good. I told you I like him. Neil Brown Jr. On Instagram and stuff like that, and my website, and the new show on BET plus the Varnell Hill show. That's the morning spinoff.
You know that's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. It is. It's really funny.
Oh, I already know.
Congratulations,
It's rare that I'm actually like want to be on the show. And
It's
when I saw
super
that, I was like, I know that's gonna be fire.
It's super funny, and I play the whitest black guy you've ever met. Oh dear God, I don't even know what's happening right now.
That's why he booked
I
it.
mean, you know what I'm saying? It is, because people on that show didn't even realize it was me. People who had worked on SEAL Team were working in the crew and didn't know it was me until the last couple episodes.
Hey, man,
That boy good. Straight up.
that boy good.
I hope so.
He deserved it, earned it, and deserved it. Yo, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the podcast. Yo, shout out to everybody that's been watching, man. We starting to build a community, and we see it in the comment section. We appreciate y'all sharing the clips and just watching us. And yeah, man, more to come. You know what I'm saying? We've been your hosts, Justin Hyers,
London Brown.
BT Kingsley.
and this has been Byron Bowers and Neil Brown Jr.
Hello, somebody.
Nailed it.